Welcome back, Ace.
Martin James. I used to like the I used to like Steve Harvey show.
Okay.
Mr. Hightower. Who else? Dave Chappelle. I used to love Chappelle show. And then I get one more.
Get one more
comedian TV show that I used to like. Monique. Yeah, Monique. I love Monique.
I like that. You do remember, like, I don't know how much you saw, but Sanford and Son.
I ain't never seen that. When that was coming on, man?
70s.
Okay, yeah,
70s. It had a very short run because they was messing with money. They ain't pay nobody. Right?
Yeah.
They ain't really pay them, and Red ended up
Red Fox though.
Like when they put him in when if you look at what Eddie does in Harlem Night, you look at who he had. Della Reese, him, Eddie put the thing on. He had Richard Pryor, he had Robin Harris, he had I think Ronaldo Ray was in it. I mean, he had everybody. Charlie Murphy, and that's what Arsenio Hall.
That's what we need right now.
You go back and look at Life.
Life was you talking about Bernie Mac, bro. You know how many people don't really understand that Bernie Mac was playing the gay man in Life? Jangling. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if somebody played a character like that today,
no. And
he played the character, and he didn't have to do nothing crazy.
No,
we ain't never see him do nothing crazy.
And we didn't think after he played that part that he was that part. Well, now that you brought it up,
okay.
Comedians wearing dress.
I knew you were gonna ask that. You know what? Black comedians wearing dresses is really what this is.
That's what the issue is. Because they look like Robbie Williams did it.
You know, and I feel like I'll be a hypocrite to sit here and be just so against it and it's so wrong. And I like Big Mama.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so
he played all the characters in he played Rasputin in Norman.
You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like this. If that's what you want to do, right? You know what I'm saying? Make sure who am I to tell you how to get your money? Right. If it works for you, do it. But don't do it. Don't compromise who you truly are. Like, don't have nobody out here got you doing it, and you ain't getting nothing from it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not about to, if it ain't about to change the trajectory of your career,
right?
You know what I'm saying? Or
because you see the Wayans when they did White Chicks. Was that not great? I mean,
it was great. And I'm not saying that I'm about to go put no dress on anytime soon, right? Like that. But what I'm saying is
that'll be your choice, though, if you do.
That would be my choice, regardless of what anybody say. You know what I'm saying? And I think the problem is that it's so many comedians mad at other comedians for doing stuff that they not willing to do. Okay? If you ain't willing to do it,
so why you care?
You can't.
Right. Who's your favorite comedic actor?
Comedic actor?
Yeah. We forgot to put Mike here because he has the upside.
Yeah.
They have a great
comedic actor. I don't know. And Eddie Murphy too.
Right.
Them two right there.
Yeah, Eddie took it to a
But I'm gonna tell you,
the Klein started. But he did Stir Crazy, Silver Streak, and all that other stuff.
I think
Bruce Willis.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you somebody who there's two comedians out there of this generation that I think are great. And that's Brucey and Jack Johnson. It's a comedian name. I'm gonna tell you. Okay. Really bad. You know what I'm saying? He kind of reminds me a little bit of Mike Epps. He's like old player. But those two, I think they got the potential to really be.
Funny man, get ass me.
You supposed to Monique. I've had Monique on it, and Monique is
I slipped on my leg and I keep it up.
She's very motherly. Yeah, very nurturing. Yeah. But she's not everybody's lady. She's not everybody's cup of tea.
Oh, I'm falling and I can't get up. Oh, I'm falling. But I can't get off.
About me, you know what? It was Monique showed me things about this business about me, right? And, you know, we would get on the phone, we would talk, she would give me advice, she would come to show, you know, and what's my time to go, you know, and support, she would always have to feedback and what's about. I think, you know, some of the stuff that she went through, was unfortunate, you know what I'm saying, but, you know, speaking up for yourself, you know, she always kept it real though. She always like, she'll say this, no matter how she felt about whoever she felt about, she would say this. With open time, regardless of how I feel about it, you gotta go because my fight ain't so long. And you know what I'm saying? You know, I did the Miss Governor and when I did that, I looked at how she felt about people. She called it, you know how I feel? So,
Yo, yo, yo.
she just one of those people that's like,
Welcome to the live.
whether you love me or not. You know what I'm saying? If people get on the internet and get to talking about
Just
it.
cruising in Mexico.
Horizon Arcade will begin shortly. Good
My
luck.
fault.
In
But
400
I'm just
meters.
trying to show y'all.
Turn sharp left.
You know, have your own business. You like this-
Cruising, just cruising and cruising.
So, no, Monique is definitely
Cruising in my Mach 1. Ew. In there.
And I'm like, Anthony, you know,
I'm about to change, I think, to the little Mach 3.
you already know. You want to call
I
me?
don't know what that is.
Call me, I'm here for it. So she always been like, always been like that.
Is it a Mach
I
3?
can't talk about everybody else's experience, but I know to me,
I don't know
she's
what the
always
Z
been
stand for.
welcoming. I've been on movie sets, I watched her movies. I've been to shows. I went to her Netflix special when she shot it. So, you know what I'm saying? She's always been, you know, a sweet person to me. And she just, you know, she just one of those ones that don't.
When did you realize that?
And then,
This is what I want to do.
No, you know what? I ain't gonna say that was the exact moment. But you know, my brother and his wife, they used to always, you know, have me come over to the house. And I was the most party with them. I used to go to the parties with them. Man, them with the days. I was getting ripped off by the club owners, but man, we used to throw parties, man, and you know, after the party, we always do something, and I would go to my brother's house, and I'd be talking to him and his wife, and I'm
You have
telling them,
arrived
you
at
know,
your
what happened.
destination.
I'm like, ain't that good? I don't know if I can do that. Right. So,
I'm rolling, but it's not the fastest car in the world. But it's holding up. It's holding in there.
I remember
It's my first time really getting the cruise since I did the new tune on it. It's, I think I gotta put a inline-6 in it.
That was the only thing you make us feel about food and our bathroom. She had cancer all throughout the body. And I remember she was in the bathroom and she had a book. She was in and out. The lungs had failed in the book. And I walked in the bathroom and I reached in the toilet.
That was tight. And that thing like swim well. Oh no! That's crazy. That was this little baby bump. Send me way over there. Hey, hey, hold on. Stand there. Oh no! I hit a parked car. Ain't that some shit? Oh no! Why did you have to go? just go.
Passed away the next day.
Shucks, man.
For detecting isn't just what we do, it's who we are. You wanted it, we certainly let it happen. I'm here.
I think I got those cars shot up for the wrong thing. I think it'll be a good drift car. You put drift tires on and see how it works.
But at Grand Canyon University, you can use online master's degree programs.
It's gonna be my drift car. Let me turn it to a drift car. It seems like it'll be a drift car. I'll show you. We'll put the drift tires on here. And then I'm gonna slam it to the ground, change the suspension.
Everyone knows that. But it can get you a professional grade air grinder, along with every other tool you need to rebuild that motorcycle. And when you fire that baby up, it'll make you so happy you'll have rays of sunshine coming out your wazoo. Northern Tool and Equipment. Get serious.
And 4 months later, I started doing comedy. And I never.
And that was your youngest sister.
No, that was my oldest sister. So she was 32 years old at the time. And I mean, Shannon, she was a warrior. My sister had been shot. You know what I'm saying? She had been shot several times, a few times she was shot. And she had cancer. She had cancer for so long, like we didn't even.
Right.
We didn't like.
She come on and tell you, she go, well, yeah,
I'm good.
I got cancer. You're like, oh, you've been dealing with it.
You've been dealing with it. Good. You good. My brother used to take her to our appointments, and you know what ended up happening was the cancer they had got control of it. And she was in this abusive relationship with this guy, and the dude shot her. And when she went to the hospital they had to do like an emergency surgery on her. And when they cut her open to do it, you know, when that air hit the cancer, spread. So, trying to save her life from next, that was like the moment where
Huh?
Ew.
Did you know that it was like, was it over mic or something?
No, it was like we had put our own showcase on. There was 4 people there, and it was my mom, my cousin, and there was 2 other people there that I didn't know. And I remember going on stage and I'm trying to tell these stories, but it wasn't like a real good, body of work for me to go out, for me to go out there, to say like, okay, it's a night that I bombed. And I ended up bombing maybe a
What
few
in
years
the
later,
hell?
once I was really getting into it and social media followers started going up, I ended up bombing real bad. And they didn't boo me, but it was quiet. And I remember I'm on stage and I got this suit on, and before I went on stage, there was a host of Blue Nut from Chicago named Comedian Stick. And he brought me up and he was talking about my suits. I was dressed like Tevin Campbell. And I mean, he went in on me. And then he goes up, he does his time and brings me up. So I go out there and the suit was tight, like how you be wearing yours. And somebody yelled out, like, man, ain't nobody trying to listen to you with that tight ass suit on. And I started clapping back at the crowd.
Yeah.
It was like 3 other people. And they ended up dying. And then I went to them jokes, that's all I had. And they started crying. You know, they got the stage on stage and they're coming. When the time is up, it's black light.
Right.
And at this time, I didn't even know what happened. So I'm like, why is they flashing this light? Somebody yelled out, "That means for the time for you to get your ass off the stage." And I was so hurt, and I was like, man, take the mic. So I went and I sat down, and I had to listen to every single comedian go up after me talking. how I had just bombed. And I sat there and I watched and I remember sitting there and saying, I don't never want to feel like this again. So when I left, I got in the car, the girl I was talking to at the time. This is when I knew I really bombed, because as we was driving and I was quiet, and I remember a girl looking over at me, and I look over at her and she was like, you okay? You okay? If you get off stage and somebody asks you okay, you know what just happened. And she asked me if I was okay, and I was like, I will.
You should ask me, baby, how you feel?
I don't know. I know I'm a
but you know how you get though.
I know.
You do a lot of crowd work. Are you ever worried about somebody because you get on people that hey, you told me one girl like, I know that bitch lady. You deal with it. Yeah. Do you ever get worried about somebody rushing the stage because they don't think this thing? Hope you can squabble. I understand you can drive, but hey.
I'm all moving.
So you got your brother with you, but you might not be able to get there in time.
I'm just going ahead to cruise over around.
You can put
drive. Bust a couple laps.
Oh, you gonna squabble? I'm a squabble. If we gotta fight about it, you wanna fight about the road, you can fight. Hey, but my thing is this. Before I go on stage, the number one thing that's important in my prayers that I always ask for to allow me to be funny. Okay. So, when I'm in those interactions, I'm able to read and it's like, okay, he ain't feeling me. And this may go left.
You leave it alone. You know what dude look there sitting there looking like, all right.
No, I mean, no, I didn't let the dude standing at the door and was like, I come up there. That happened recently. He had to come up there. What emergency say? You gonna look back. But no, man, I ain't lying to you, bro. It's just always about being aware of knowing people and, being able to do gossip, The whole thing, I'm serious.
Right.
So it's like, but the moment you can see when somebody's uncomfortable or they not really good. And, you just gotta move on. You know what I'm saying? So I think a lot of times you feel like
turn sharp left.
I can stay on. And that's when it escalates.
Man, let go now.
Yeah, let it go.
What's the greatest thing to happen to you?
Greatest thing to happen to you. So, a lady kissed. Why you laughing?
How she look?
You know what? Actually, she wasn't bad looking. She was not bad looking, but I didn't. What? That's okay. It's okay for us not to want. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Think about it. If it's a lady, a nice pretty lady on time, but I can't just walk out there and kiss her. So how does someone respect me? I'm a kid.
Come on, moving.
I did not get on.
You gotta remember the case. You gotta remember. Have somebody made a phone call a lot of people? Tell us about the story about the guy you was on, and you was like, I know you can. I do that. So you can get your crowd work. You do a lot of crowd.
So I think with the phone call thing is, it's like I might ask somebody like, hey, who you is? And they might be like, oh, this is good. Oh, your relationship is where they at? Oh, well, my man, what's up? What's up?
No, he would say, no.
No, I be calling. They give me the phone, I'll be calling people.
So you know your girl who was your...
I don't be graphic like that, but I'll be like, you know your girl is? Okay, no serious, right? And they'll know, but it's always, it was one dude that was at the show one time, and he was by himself. I called his lady and said, hey, all these girls are here been trying to talk to him all night long. He's been turning him down. You know what I'm saying? He's been turning him down. So I feel like when he get home, he should go on in and do what he's supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends on how it goes. Man, you get on the phone, at that point, that's when the rent crowd, and that's when you need to time to get a cat on. You got to make it funny because you can call sometimes and they might not answer. Or you might call sometimes and they might really be mad. And you got to know how to, control how you interpret time before you. Yeah.
You don't like time? You don't like me?
Yeah, I had one dude at the show one time with his lady. He came by and showed his lady, man. She like, she back at home at her father's funeral. I'm like, why you ain't there? She like, I want to come see you. Thank you. I don't know if you're in the relationship with you right now. That's what I told her. I said, her father, why you supposed to do that? And when you coming back, I guess you know he don't come back.
That shit crazy.
Use the fake technology to manipulate data completely customized by sophisticated data scientists. Methods hosted on Forza using nourishing 100% inconsistent upload and
Oh.
end-to-end audits, solid outcomes, faster results in just 3 years, with an advantage
Louise or something.
Nature-made gummy bears. A delightful way to take care.
Here's DNA. Then here's heavy-duty DNA. HDNA. Get 1,000 purchase cash on this Sierra Heavy Duty for 4.9% APR.
We come from a man who tried to kill our mama, and mama wanted to kill that Rick with that dick. You ready? You tell me. We're coming for him.
Now, Mo, it's like because you guys have social media, you get an opportunity to attract the audience a lot
This is a
sooner.
big investment,
Because
my
and
friend.
some maybe
If you're
this is
sure, I'll
probably
call
why
the
some of the
owners and
OGs are
vouch
kind of
for
like
you.
resentful
I'm
of
sure
you
they'll hand
guys
over the keys when they know
because
it's you.
they had to go the Chitlin circuit. They had to go little club for years and years and years in order to build up a following. Absolutely. You guys can do a skit or you can do something funny, kind of like what you do. What Candy Banks does, what Juicy does, and build up, get 1 million followers in little or no time, and you got a following where they had to work to build that following, and maybe that's what brings some of the resentment towards you guys. You know what, man? It's so I feel like this whole thing is so dumb. Yeah. Right? Because it's like, yeah, they had to go from this county club to that county club, this county club, that county club, and nobody knocking. That's real work. Yeah. You have to be seen. You have to be chosen. Yeah. We living in the era now where you don't gotta be chosen. Yeah. You can make your own way.
That shit
Yeah.
crazy.
You know what I'm saying? And to me, like anything else in the world, comedy has to
I
grow.
know that.
Yeah. And how
Because
Get the simulation.
just because you do skits, you know what I'm saying? That don't not make you valid. Right. You know what I'm saying? And I think the comedians that's able to transition from online to the stage, like the David Banks, like the DC, you know, like the country, definitely shout out. Yeah. Like the country Wayne. When you got them type of guys, you know what I'm saying, that's been able to make that transition, you know, doing them skits ain't easy. No. Because if it was, the OG comedians that's complaining about it, they would do it. You see what I'm saying? Like, if we been able, y'all, they said we couldn't do this and come to a radio. And I just named you the comedians that do that, and we go play their game. So, if what we do is so easy to set up a camera to do what we do, and it's gotten us where we got. It's so easy. Why have a crowd transition to that? This is the way to go.
I think the thing is, that they look at you guys, and it's almost like a microwave that you have to set so empty, like 2, 3 minutes. And they like, man, it took us years. It took us 10, 15 years to be able to put this here different age. Man, listen.
This shit crazy.
You had to pay your bills. You had to pay your bills. You had to send the check in. Now you can pay it online.
You know, but I've been doing this. I've been doing this. This will be my 10th year. Okay. You know,
Woo.
people really
Yeah.
maybe like the last 4 years,
Oh.
so we minus, we take the 12 minus.
Man, I gotta dodge this car all over again.
We good, and we making shit, and going to these shows and maybe only
I don't want to ride in the mud.
is that not
And mess on my pretty car.
to consider that a gap?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, I think people just look at it like we just setting up a camera and we just doing it, but this stuff is going on.
You know, you do realize, and thank you so much. He said, what making money, the easier it is what people think it is to make money in the industry. So people think that just because you can put up a camera on the microphone, it's like you do a podcast. It's like, it's not that easy.
Nope, it's not easy at all.
It's like, a lot of people like, I want to do a podcast.
I don't get paid for this. I just like to do it in my free time.
And that's too much work.
Why get mad?
This car is moving though. BMW, they really got some good cars. Like when it comes down to it, I heard the engine's hard to work on though, cause it's highly engineered, over engineered, basically. They're very expensive to get fixed in the USA. My brother got a M5 sitting in his garage right now because he cracked the camshaft. I like it though. The M5 quick though, man. That's mean the truck, especially if you get it cammed up. If I was him, I'd just buy a brand new cam.
Within the first couple minutes,
And make sure my push rod and stuff ain't broken. I'll buy a brand new cam and put it in there. I'll put a race cam in there.
You can tell your story without putting it in most related detail on video.
You don't want me to have that mother. I'll buy it for her. Had the money to get them all
You
fixed.
do realize if somebody tells you a story and you only hear that sound inside of the story, you being messy. But the other person didn't say anything.
Here's the thing, I've never heard, I like everything you do. That's it. And my thing is, if somebody
Need some water.
y'all doing an interview and they talking like, what I'm supposed to say, hold on, you can't say that because I don't know if that's true.
Right, thank you.
So I understand 1,000%.
Yeah.
The thing that he's sitting in. And I think a lot of times people, you know, like you said, man, they just want to find something, you know, hey,
You know what it was? Oh, and when people had podcasts, I said, if Cat was on your podcast and was saying exactly what he said on my podcast, would you stop it? Hell no. So why you mad at me that I didn't stop it?
but it's just like, who are you to stop them though? Like, who are you to, like, why would you say, now you can't say Ricky Smiley, wasn't supposed to be money.
Just like when Ricky said what he said, I didn't stop him. When said what he said, I didn't stop him.
It's two sides.
My thing is
Three sides. It's the truth. It's they
I don't know because I don't live in that world.
Yeah.
And I think the thing is what a lot of people got upset about is that Cat peeled a layer back that unless you walk in those and live in that world, you didn't know. So people didn't know that they had like I didn't know it was like that.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Comedy beat is like the rap game. Comedy beef is like, yo, listen, when I started the Cat interview, I wasn't like surprised, you know what I'm saying? Because even early on in my experience of coming up in this genre, I was doing the show in 2018, and I'm not gonna say I'm so I figured that's the comedian just when I was talking about one comedian. Talking about these one comedian. And right
You guys
after
the
that,
race
every
track.
single one of those comedians that I've seen having that conversation about that one comedian, I've
Yeah,
all
they do.
seen
I'll go
them
back.
at some point
I did no
with that
cruising.
one comedian.
when it is
You
safe
know
to
what I'm
do
saying? So
so.
it's just like, bro, at the end of the day, bro, this is crazy.
But you know what?
In
They only
400
hate you
meters,
yourself.
turn right.
If you're doing bad,
Going back to the drag
Nobody
track.
got nothing to say. It's not until you doing better than them.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
Yes.
Turn right.
He ain't good or he had to do that or he only got that because of this.
In 200
It's like,
meters,
bro,
turn right.
forget what he doing. Forget what he doing.
Turn right.
What are we, why am I focused on what he's doing? You You know what I'm saying? When I need to be putting more into what I'm doing, I think it's just too much carrying on about what other people doing. Man, run your race. When they elected, when they running them races,
That's why I got lane.
you'll never see one of them look over and see where this one at.
Yeah, when you run the race, if I'm in lane 3, I can't
No,
get lane 5.
moving. I'm about to open it up once the road opens, y'all.
In
I'm gonna
400
drive it.
meters, turn left.
That's what
Once the road straighten out, I'll drive it.
on your ground. And wherever the shit like, you know what?
Turn left.
We missed it.
Let me, it's kind of getting close. I can tell. Seems like we're getting to the countryside.
And all of a sudden, it starts out in social media. And I think the thing is,
Too much.
going up for because doing shit, you can't do no shit, can't do no shit on Facebook. You got to just tell them jokes.
Too much sauce on me, boy. Too much.
You tell a story or you just fire rapid fire.
I done ran up 100 band.
You know what?
Too much. Okay.
meters, turn
Oh. Twisty little road they got. I think it's about to open up though. Couldn't hit a highway. Here you go.
Don't worry about what they talk about. Don't worry about it. Don't put that pressure on yourself though. To feel like you gotta do this and stuff and what this to me is gonna hurt.
Hey.
This to me is about
Hey. Knock the whole pole out the water.
take it serious. That's the biggest thing I think with the OGs though. They feel like
You cannot see over the top of that car.
they just out here getting money. You know what I'm saying? And when you do got guys like out there that just going on stage and getting money, they're not producing the fight, it hurts the industry in the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you something, it's like in the comments that when it comes to police, that could do nothing on the stage. And when it's my turn to walk through the door, now they are real hesitant to get me where I will because of what he did.
Yeah, he failed.
So that's my thing. Just be intentional about it. If you want to do the work. Study, do the work.
Just because you can
I did have some coffee today. I had coffee.
Throw it to me, I will catch it.
I'm proud of my
I'm going to catch
mom.
you. Always
In 400 meters,
Be careful.
you will arrive at your destination.
Twitchy and
guys
shit.
who used to collab with, I don't know if you used to collab with Daniel or you collab with Country Wayne.
You have arrived at your destination.
Is there anybody you want to collab with?
Yeah, I already got the promo out. It's annoying as hell.
Definitely. Me and Country Wayne, we were talking about it. I mean, we do a lot of talking about it. Now, a lot of us, we busy. But I think, the conversation that we've had, especially with David, is just very intentional about, getting something. And I think for our generation of comedians, we need that.
Yeah.
Like, we need that. And I was David was talking a couple weeks ago. I was like, we got to do something.
Yeah.
We got to do something.
Because I like to see OGs. I like to see when I'm looking, I see Bruce and the Bell Crawford, or I see some more, and I see a lot of the people that I saw in Comedy and Just Comedy Club, and I see these people pull together. Yeah. That makes me feel good.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, me and Reggie, definitely talking about coming together. For the first, I think.
Have you seen the TikTok influencers that are not really good, really more TikTok is doing past influencers that are doing really well?
Bro, ain't nobody gonna never beat you in this shit, man.
I tell people all the time. Everybody want to be
Why the fuck would you run a promo?
You hear about all this money.
They make the game boring. You just bring on one
Those are not
stupid fast car on the game.
at any given moment, they can change the algorithm. They can change
Give me
you
one.
have to be able to have something.
You got to be able to adapt.
I'm tired of this shit.
My thing of it has always been, bro, it was like I told you.
And I'm gonna know how to get a promo. It's crazy, bro. Every time I try to get one, somebody snipe man.
Not even cut it down, you can only make X amount. And it used to be like like what, $5,000, $6,000. Now they gonna cut that thing down like 1,500, 200.
Man, I ain't that low.
But they cut that right said the same thing.
You know what? My guy Primo, a comedian from Atlanta, Alabama, he told me this a long time ago as far as CDs and all that. People from Dallas. And he's always telling me, like, you high? Make sure you take a little bit of that money, put it up.
Yeah.
Because you don't know when algorithm might turn.
When they gonna say
they not, and they don't call you and say, hey, we'll let you know next month you ain't making 80.
No.
You're gonna make 2,500.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, with that, I feel like it's real. You're a social media influencer, and you doing all this, making the money. Take that money and invest that into something.
I wish I could figure out how they get the thing on there where it shows like your tire pressure and all this stuff. That'd be cool.
Because that's the way I'm at, right? We had him on. He said the same thing. He said, I got 20 million TikToks. And because he changed the algorithm, now they can't see the stuff that I'm doing.
They only show your stuff to 10% of people.
Yeah. Because they don't want you to get too big now. Then you won't need them.
You won't need them.
He's trying to wash my hair.
Yeah. It's your page, but it ain't your platform.
Jack Funny, you mentioned him that he's the guy. I remember you the video of Fergie and Jack Funny after that bad. So when you had your bad, you said you didn't have no OG, but the girl, you drive it home and you know.
Let's see what cars are. What I'm about to do. I'm about to see, can I find me a new car to get interested in? So I won't get bored with this.
You know, that particular night.
Let's see, can I find my new favorite car? Car cars. Back at the car lot all over again.
For the very reason that we're talking about. You know, I know he's killing it online, but bro, you need another. It's so. I don't think people really understand.
Aston Martin. That's electric.
Standard.
It look funny though.
You got a following. You got people that's willing to come see you.
Yeah.
And I'm telling him like, bro, people want to see you. So I'm like, man, you gotta figure out a way, to try to expand on.
I haven't seen one of these. I don't know seen nobody
now,
do it.
To his defense, it's on me because the night that he bombed, there was 1,000 people in the audience, and he wasn't ready for that. Right. You know what I'm saying? And me knowing what I know, I knew like, he might not be ready for this. And we talked, and he's like, no, I'm ready. I'm ready. And he went up there, and I was watching it from the side. And one thing about me, I don't like to see people bomb.
No.
It's just something about it. So I went
it hurts you.
Yeah. And so I went back downstairs, and I remember came back down, and everybody was coming to my dressing room. So we got downstairs, that's when I went to the dressing room. I didn't even know that they were filming. I didn't know the cameras out. But it was just like, I know the feeling though. You know, I know what it's like to go up and you don't deliver, and you sitting there like, damn, like, am I funny or not? And it's like, hey, bro, you stepping into some new territory. A lot of dudes wouldn't even went out there.
Yeah.
You did the hardest part. You know what I'm saying? So I said, let's figure something out. I said, come to the room. We're going to figure something out. He came to my room. He told me a little bit of stuff he said. We punched it up. We went back and but it's, to me, bro, I'm one of them dudes where I want to see everybody win.
Right.
You winning is not going to stop my emotion.
No.
It's not going to stop.
Because what's for you going to happen to you.
It's not going to stop my emotion. So me picking him up and telling him, hey man, go right back out there, go get it again. You know what I'm saying? That's because I want to see you win.
Right.
I really want to have. At one point we all go on vacation and we all talking.
This is gonna be kind of interesting.
That time
Shape of this car.
Where we all doing well. So with Jack, it was just.
I never seen nothing like that.
I didn't want that to put a sour taste in
the aerodynamics of this car.
The money in comedy.
It's crazy.
Come on now.
This might be interesting. Then it's a mid-engine car. Then Aston Martin.
My manager here right now. Let's get
okay.
Let's get it set
it's kind of slick. I can't knock it, bro.
Coming to a city near you.
It's kind of tight. I can't knock it. I think I'm just from the looks of this car. It seems like it's gonna be pretty interesting.
What? You want to go to more? You want to try? Go over
I
like
know this car ain't gonna be a part of this long takeoff, so I'm going to slam it.
You see Prime, you see Murphy, you see Mark,
Definitely.
Try to make this
Jamie,
car
you
faster
see all
than
these
me.
guys, and that seems to be the natural progression. Seinfeld, yeah.
I definitely want to ask.
It's an 8-9
And
or
how
a
would that
6-speed
develop?
race transmission.
Absolutely.
10-second
You know what,
braking,
man? You see,
9-speed.
just a quick story about him.
Yeah.
That
All
show
of
we
them I
did
never
together.
lose.
I remember we showed up. We showed up
I
to
think
that,
it's best to get a
and
6-speed.
I hadn't met him. I hadn't
Then
talked to him yet. I had just got the role, and he had sat in on like a table we had did, and you couldn't see him, you could just hear him.
it's more responsive.
I remember the first week
And
I shot a couple of scenes, and
I don't think I put
they
tires
had
on
to
this
end up
thing yet.
rewrite a lot of the script because we had Joe Marie
I
Payton
got
on there,
6.
that the mom from Family Matters.
Okay, yeah.
So the way
Take away
Tyler
from
shoots,
lunch.
he shoots. It's fast.
Yeah.
He ain't got time for
Cost too much money.
he ain't got time for that. So they end up rewriting a lot of the script and giving me her parts. So I remember the first I had left for the weekend to go do some shows because as I'm filming this, I'm still doing my show.
Yeah.
So I left, went and did some shows. I came back, and it was a scene in the show where I sat on this statue, and I improv the whole scene, and it was a new scene to me. It
1.2
was actually supposed to
seconds.
be Joe, Marie's scene.
1.8.
And I remember after we finished the scene,
1.2.
Tyler grabbed me and we talked for a second, and he was like, "Hey, how much you getting paid?" And I told him, and he was like, "I'm gonna bump that up." Kept his word.
Stop drivetrain. Rear drivetrain.
So I don't care what they say about him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But he, honestly, bro, very
They
professional.
make it go up.
And, he's always
It's pretty
looking,
interesting.
to give people that look like us.
You appreciate that. The kids thing.
Let's see what's up with this car.
Anything that you wouldn't do on camera?
Did I even just? Nope, I didn't.
Listen, man, I'm not.
I really haven't did what made this car fast yet.
Yeah. I'll do that. You know you gotta
It's gonna be kind of interesting.
You
What you making show myself?
you can't be all you like the camera's around. You gotta be chill.
What that mean though?
You can't be like
You trying to say I can't get hard? Because because if it's a sex thing, who said you can't? You can though. They'll put like how you gonna do a sex thing y'all kissing and nothing happens? You gotta go to the store. You telling me you can do a sex thing?
no.
I can do a sex thing, but so who in the thing?
I mean, I'm just gonna be somebody hot.
Bro, I mean, I don't think that's a thing though, but you do know that they have like I forgot what they call them, but it's people that when they do sex scenes,
Yeah.
It's people that come on the set to make sure that everybody's comfortable,
Yeah.
with everything that's going on. But I don't think that you cannot not be aroused. I mean,
But you can't do no open mouth. You gotta be like.
why you think that? Something you ain't.
You must
ain't never seen Monster Ball with Halle Berry.
Yeah.
That wasn't just no love like that.
Yeah. They did. I don't know what.
Billy Bob Thornton was going crazy.
For sure.
Going crazy.
I feel some kind of way.
Give me a sex scene. Call me Billy Bob. You crazy.
How was it being on Wild and Out?
Oh man, I was scared. I was so
So what is it? Because it's like with Wild and Out. I mean, it's just like you joning. It's like you had to like if you go to an HBCU or you with the boys.
It's not really that though.
It's not.
You know what? I did one season.
Okay.
And
This is a
they got all
rear
these
drive
different
car.
games that you play.
Yeah.
I mean, you zone and
Do you know about any of the games beforehand?
I don't know if I could answer that.
Okay. Fair enough.
I feel like that's cheap.
Yeah.
Like if I say that, but No, I think I definitely I think we can say like when we get there, you know, we don't know who we playing against.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We don't know that, but you get there, you figure out who your team is, and then y'all go out there and do your thing. But it is improv.
Yeah.
You ain't like it is improv. But I that was my first time it was my first TV job.
Right.
So my thought process of it was I got to make sure that I get a bell and not a buzzer.
Right.
I got to win the game.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about winning the game. It's just about being funny within the structure of the game. So when I'm watching guys round out legends like Carlos Miller and people like that, I'm watching them race and I'm like, they ain't even playing the race. So once I started learning that, then I started having fun. But I ain't gonna lie, there was a point up there, man. It felt like boot camp, man. I called my mom and I was like, what the I ain't lying. And shout out to my mom because she was like, baby, you made it.
You ass up.
She was like, you made it. She said, this is what you need. I read back in. I read about, you know what I'm saying, having a good season, a good season, a good company. I should believe you will know it first, but once you like him, you talking to some shit.
You said
You take off like I wanted it to.
Look for a lot of people.
We're gonna see if this is a good race car.
A lot of people that shoot ahead.
Damn sure ain't no dragon car, I can tell you that much. Let's see how it handle on the road.
What are some of the perks of having money? Probably more money than you ever envisioned having. That you get to go places, you get to do things. What's the
It's
best
kind of
part of
interesting how it's designed, though. I can't lie about that. I might have to go buy it soon.
You know the best thing about it is if I need 4 new cars,
I don't think this is the car people pay attention to.
if I gotta get the brakes and the run gun, I can get all those things. I'm not worried about it. You know what I'm saying? I think it's the little things that when you get the money that you get, man,
Let's see. Let's see how this car really drive. See was it worth my money.
You talk about like, okay, when things are good, hey, make sure you spend some of that back.
So here's the thing. Save the money.
Hell, they corner. Tell you that much. That's normally a hard corner. Hell, that one. It's a hard corner.
So, I don't think anyone gets the right to I'm normally best to come to
might be a good race car.
I guess it's something
your daughter's interesting. Yeah. How would, I mean, obviously, you read that about your co-parents.
I want to look.
Ouch.
Oh, come on, bro. See, man, you gonna call me up, man.
Let's see. Let's get faster than this.
You talk about your co-parents, and I think about
I'm not gonna lie. That's my daughter.
But y'all work everybody together, no?
I might pick her up and say, I might be like, I'm coming to the layup.
That ain't running by. You like, hey, what you think about me? Go put the lead.
Oh, this is Marshall.
I mean,
She said she wanted to pad it. I got it.
Oh, what?
A size 5.
My doing right is that's no problem.
I don't know the pads.
My baby mama trusts me enough to know that if I say, hey, we finna do something, she not. I'm not running it by. And it's like that ain't one of the things I'm gonna run. Okay. If we gonna run some stuff by, it ain't gonna be her being it, because here's the thing. My baby mama post stuff with my daughter all the time. And I don't say nothing. I don't like, you don't gotta run that by me that she's gonna do a video with her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Long as I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's what I'm doing. You got much stuff I pay for down here?
Yeah, she just helped you about to make stuff.
Man, I'm paying
400 meters. Turn sharp left.
I ain't gonna do it.
When you put it, your daughter, what you think about me?
If I call her and say, you don't do it. she wanted to sit check it out. You know, my daughter, I mean, she just do
It's a
all
lot
this.
faster in there.
Honestly, like she's funny. She got many talent. I don't want to do it for you.
Yeah, or you don't.
No. But if that's what she chooses to do, or she chooses to be an actress, like I'm a supporter 1,000%. But she definitely she got the pedigree to
Right.
do all of this stuff. Like she gonna have her own channel one day,
Right.
and you know, and be doing her own thing. And her mom supports that. That's really why I say I don't gotta run. She support with whatever I do with her.
What type of dad are you?
Man,
Creep.
I'm sorry. Well, my daughter, you know, sometimes, man, I look at her and cry. You know, I don't think, it's not a love in the world that can compare to the love that you get from your daughter.
Yeah.
You know, and now she's 9 years old, so now I feel like a little relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we in a car, she want to ride in the front seat, she want to hold hands, she want to go here, she want to go do that. Daddy, can we do it together? You know, and it's like, all that stuff, I don't know. I'm soft, man. Like, she asks for it, she gets it. And now I'm getting to a point where I kind of got to get a little bit more, stern because she about to pop into
that teenage.
Yeah.
They're different, Mo.
And I'm worried about. I heard that, man.
No. I ain't telling what I heard.
So all that, you gonna be my number one forever. That don't mean nothing.
There's gonna come a time they're gonna be starting with piercings and tattoos. Boys coming to the equation.
Boys coming what?
Into the equation.
Okay. Not to the house.
Yeah.
To the house?
The thing is, look, my daughter did a very good job. I've only met one of my daughter's boyfriends.
You know what? But that's how it should be. Because of who you are. I'm not about to just bring anybody to meet my dad.
They didn't play that.
Yeah, like that is, I feel like should be something sacred.
Yeah. I mean, my son, I met 2 of his girlfriends, and the second one I met, he married.
See, my mama met a lot of girls I was dealing with on accident. Trying to sneak them out the house.
Hello, you bring it.
What? To my mama?
Yeah.
Man, you crazy.
Oh yeah, that's a new generation.
Let me tell you something. What, back in the day? Hell no. Let me tell you something. It wasn't okay. I had to gradually, like,
ain't nobody, no.
My mom wasn't going.
My grandmother was saying that was crazy. And ain't nobody saying.
You know what my parents' thing was? Like, they always preferred, man. If we were at home, they always do it.
I would prefer you not do it. That's what I prefer.
That's what you prefer?
Yeah. Ain't no sexy going on here.
Well, wait, who said we were having
because you see it right now.
Because I ain't got no money to see something. I had a girl who got put in the boat time.
So you do like a 250?
No, that was when I was just doing anything. I got a million.
You have arrived at your destination.
Soothe and nourish their sensitive skin with the power of oats. Aveeno Kids, it's oat armor.
I wonder what make dudes feel that way. Like, you think just because you got money you can't mess with a bigger chick? Man, give me Queen Latifah. Somebody, come on, what Queen Latifah ass out? Got me messed up. Y'all don't pay no attention to me though. I'm just speaking my mind. Well, I don't know what make dudes think just because they get money that mean they can't mess with the real chick no more. That don't make no damn sense. Well, a woman is a woman. All different shapes and sizes. It don't make no sense. Just think like that.
What the fudge?
I'd rather have an average female if I had money anyway.
Why am I cussing like a drunken sailor?
Average
What
bitch.
happened? The cheap tools from the discount store crap out.
The pretty girls on for fun anyway. Wow. They only for the fun of it.
So how close is your parenting to what you endured growing up?
I was way different.
She.
It's not, I don't want to say it, some of the you know, the values and stuff like that.
Why? You know why they wanna hate on me? I feel like I'm falling, but I ain't no. I'm gonna live the forever family is running at it. I don't gotta hurry go.
Well, what am I saying no to? Daddy, can I?
Money.
No, Daddy. I do say no to. He might be like, if I come home off the road, that first day when I come home off the road, I need to play that stuff for myself. He be like, yeah, I do that for my life.
And then they let your motherfucker gone.
It ain't.
He jumped the count.
But for the most part, for the things, if he shows me, hey, I really want this,
Hope he even know the right.
you know, whatever she's doing in school or, you know, sports, whatever she's doing, my dad, hold on, my dad used to say no to everything. Am I lying? No. He was the king of no.
They get no yes.
No. We'd be like, Pops, can I get $20? No. If you do it the last thing I was like, that's what we about. That's what I'm going. Yeah, no. My dad was the king of no. I don't want to, man, that no used to hurt. When you know what used to hurt the most?
Right.
We go ask our mom, and she say, go ask your dad.
That's why I came to you, because I already know
you could say no. Yeah. But she would get in trouble if she was yes, knowing he was gonna say no. So she just started, all right, go talk to your dad. I'm gonna go ask your dad.
Her childhood is gonna be a lot different because it's co-parenting, and you lived in a home with both your parents.
Yeah.
And you know, and like you said, like my grandfather and grandmother, like whatever it was never. If he said no, she said no. If she said no, he said no. Ain't no, well, I'm gonna give it to you. Your dad said you couldn't have it, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. No.
My mama got it. You know what? I don't think it's so fair. So my brother, that's my brother. You know, when he stayed getting bad grades. And when they had that first PlayStation that came out, it was a PlayStation 2 or whatever it was. But it was the first place, it was the next one, right when the Xbox came out. And he wasn't supposed to get nothing.
Right.
My mom still went to the Best Buy. We went to the Best Buy every day to find the PlayStation. If he get the PlayStation, then he decide, I don't want the PlayStation. He go take it back to the Xbox. Now, he ain't supposed to get this.
Yeah.
But you got it anyway. Don't tell me. What you say? Do you know, my dad used to sit down and play the Nintendo 64 with us. He used to play the baseball games and NFL 2K. He used to play all of those, right? So we got this Xbox and the graphics at this time to the roof. Yeah. He come up past the TV, like, damn. This the Nintendo 64. We like, yeah, we got new controllers and everything. Come sit down and play. He ended up playing the Xbox with us, don't even know. Don't even know. We not gonna find out till we see this. I'm not lying. But my mom, bro, my dad was sick. And my mom was the balance that we used. Okay. She was the balance that we used. Yeah, sometimes she might have really disagreed with what he said. She got us there, but I'm glad that she did. So if she would have went with every note that he said, there's a lot of stuff we wouldn't have got. Right. And that's not a knock against my father because he's an amazing father, but it was just
father's been hard on boys.
Man, bro. You know what? My dad today and who he was back then is two totally different.
Because he definitely different with your daughter than he was with you.
Oh my God! If I raise my voice, you can't yell at me.
You used to yell at me all the time.
Man, yeah, whoop ass. Some of the greatest whoopings I've ever had came from Terry Brooks. I'm telling you that right now. Some of the greatest whoopings I ever had came from him. And like I said, it made me a better man.
you said something very interesting. It's like, how did your parents prepare you for the real world? And your dad, you said, preparing you to be a man, knowing that at someday you're gonna leave this home, you're gonna have your own family, you're gonna have to the real world. Yeah. And I've got to teach you enough that when you're away from here, you'll know right from wrong, you'll do right from wrong, even though I'm not standing over you.
You know what? With my dad was the little things, like I just said. We asked him for $20. I ain't got it. And I feel like that taught me, like, hey, ain't nobody gonna give you nothing. If I can't get it from the man that created,
right,
you give it to me. Nobody's gonna give me nothing.
Yeah.
So that right there instilled to me, like, I don't want to ask somebody. As much as we heard no, it made me never. Anytime I hear no, even in my career,
right,
I'd be like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna go do it myself.
right.
All because of that, you know, with my dad. And with my mom, you know, when I was younger, I used to always make excuses for everything. That's why I'm so big on accountability now. My mom used to be like, you know what I'm calling you? Excuses. The real world don't care about your excuses. When you get out there, nobody don't care the reason why you late to work. Nobody don't care about the reason. Nobody cares about your life. And to this day, like, if I get ready to make an excuse, I hear the mind excuses. Mm. So, you know, my parents definitely did a great job of letting you know, like, hey, the world ain't gonna be nice. They don't care about your excuses. They don't care about your lies. It's either you're gonna make it happen or you're not. Yeah.
You stayed with your parents until you were
30 years old.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, get your big rusty old ass out the people's house.
See, that's the problem. That's the problem. Black people so we ready to kick their kids out the house.
Yeah, 18.
Why? Why?
18, 30. Your 18th birthday, you got 30 days.
But you just said, you know, that the world, you know how the world is. If I love you, why am I gonna send you out there to them? I know you're not ready.
Look, my kid and my daughter, I think my daughter stayed in probably. And then
she wanted to get her own place. Yeah. She wanted that. For whatever reason.
I wanted that for her.
I know you did. Because at 20, she can't do what she wanted to do in your house.
Hell no. She can't do what she want to do at my house at 25, 35, 45.
No.
Don't nobody sex at that house but me.
But you.
That's it.
But you.
Ain't
nobody doing it but you.
But me.
Yep. But everybody on live can hear.
Secret Clinical gives me triple sweat protection. Ooh, thanks. Secret.
Cut down 17, 117.
Don't rush sharing dark chocolate. Take your sweet time. That's us.
Arm yourself and avoid getting ripped off. BeingVerified.com is a powerful tool that can help you discover more behind a car. Simply scan a VIN and type in your license plate and see what you can find. BeingVerified.com helps you not get ripped off. For car history reports and more, try BeingVerified.com now.
You're now going to be able to automate conversations. Really, really simple, but the flexibility is if you always suggest really performance beyond just trying to share like a status thing, because you want to create an interaction. You can actually when somebody follows you to get to know your audience better. So in this example, we have this figure, somebody follows you, then you ask the question, what type of interesting business that you want to hear more about, and it gives you several options. You can choose recipes, listening management, then you can just say thank you. You can actually literally record that message into the profile of the person, so that now you can have more information about your followers. This is the power that
Turn the traction control on.
That was the most important.
You got it.
He's the first one.
oldest person. What do you think?
Hell, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. You weren't sorry though.
I was.
What part you
Because your most private and intimate moment, is being heard. You know, I'm a very private, and that's why you don't see me out nowhere. I don't be out and about.
I thought you were going to the airport.
Oh yeah, I got something to do, bro.
When you look at that dude like, what?
Bro, I still don't know how much. I still don't know. Bro, I still don't know because you got to realize that was an international. That wasn't a regular LA.
Where you at?
I was in LA, but it was international permit because the dog was coming from overseas.
Oh my God. You had him too.
Yeah, so
you were holding like a little
I thought I saw the guy. I saw the guy filming. I was like, who would know I'm here? So what I'm like,
man, people know you. Listen, you think you could just walk down the street and ain't nobody gonna look at you and be like, damn, he do something.
Yeah, but I'm saying though, who would know on a random Tuesday or Wednesday that I would show up at international?
Nobody knew. How did you not know? It was just somebody at the airport like, you a big deal, bro. It ain't. You know what I learned? Bro, I got a lot of friends in the NFL, and for the first time, sometimes I what they look like. You didn't sit for him out, bro, and you
I didn't know, man. I get the dog, and so I got to go over there because I got to give this lady the money, and so I pulled to the corner, and for that I had to long track because I saw him. I was looking straight ahead, but I could see out of my peripheral, but I could see like. But I gotta go over to the corner because this lady, I gotta make sure this lady gets back through. Because all she did was she
dropped the dog out.
Yeah,
but you know what? It was the face you made with the dog.
Yeah, because I'm like,
it was like he was holding it.
Yeah,
he was holding it like this, and it was like what? Like it was like you can't.
Like,
yeah,
I'm like, seriously?
For real?
Like,
Yeah. But it was how you can't hold a dog like that. You too big.
He was 2 pounds. How am I supposed to hold it?
Yeah, like this.
Now you want Peter. Now you want Peter to come knocking on my door. Now I'm really gonna get him. but you. I think the thing is now is that I think that's when I kind of started to realize like my life is really, really different.
It's different, yeah.
Because more people started to know. More people know me from TV than when I ever played. People don't even realize that I played because people will see me in the airport and walking like, I see you on them shows. How you know so much about sports?
And then I studied. I didn't know you won 3 Super Bowls.
Because I've been, I retired in 2004.
I remember when you did over there with the Ravens.
No, I was Broncos. I went back.
When you went back to Denver?
I went back to Denver.
Who was the quarterback when you went back?
Brian Greasy 1 year and then Jake Plummer.
Jake Plummer was the Brian Greasy was not a good.
He played okay.
He must not have been good.
No.
He was the way you just said.
He played okay. He was no. They knew the hell. They had a handful of people that weren't every year.
Jeff Baker was the quarterback in Baltimore. You want good money. I let my own year pick out like.
Yeah, you had nice.
Y'all get it?
We had a very nice weekend. Speaking of fans, yeah, we have to go to sleep. They go to bed. They very big.
But they play each other.
How far? But Jersey ain't that far. How far is Jerry in there?
From 32 is like 20.
Hey, y'all know what Marshall and video? No, you're not.
Who said we ain't even confirmed that we're doing it?
Y'all tried to hold people hostage. Who? Y'all tried to hold the citizens of Chicago hostage.
You said y'all like I'm a president of the Bears. If it was up to me, you hostage. Listen. I hope that they get it done for the everyone. I honestly want them to stay in Chicago. I want them to stay out. I don't even want them to put a ball on. No. But I'm gonna tell you what I knew we needed to know. I was at the last playoff game. Yeah, we played the game. And I was in the suite that night, but we had to walk, walk outside and just smell. I swear to God. It was so cold. I said, I don't care what it is. But it's really How the Rams came right in and beat us in this month.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen very often.
No, we should have beat them.
Yeah.
But I listen, I like the code, and I think the bear weather was a real thing back in the 80s, and maybe when we had Urlacher now, like we used to play with the cold tie advantage. But I seen Tom Brady come there and put up 4-5 touchdowns and a half on us.
You do realize like Tom played in New England, so it gets cold. They
do.
You think they gonna put it on? You think they put it on in Green Bay?
No.
That's the thing. The frozen furnace.
I agree. If y'all listen to me, leave the talk.
I told you saying you the quarterback. He just caught catches a lot of flags. He's a hell of a player, but he paints his neck. Nobody mentioned when they were losing, it was because of the painted neck. Now that they're winning, nobody mentioned the painted neck. You know what?
My thing is, he owned on the he's a real deal. He's a real deal quarterback. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's coming from the
Y'all still plays that he can make.
it's unreal. It's just unreal. He's doing something still that pass he threw up to send us to overtime.
Oh yeah, I feel it.
When he started running backwards, I put my head down.
Yeah.
And I looked up and the ball was in the air, and from the sweep, you see Komet catch the ball. And the stadium going up. I wasn't so good believe he did what he did with about 3 seconds left.
Yeah.
People were celebrating. I had to look up at the screen to make sure that I had good things, what I thought. But his nails, his mom does it. And that's kind of what I think inspired him to do that. And, talking with his mom and talking with his dad, he comes from a college family. I just, I hate that there's so much attention focused on that and not his play. Not his play. You know what I'm saying? But I think now, the reason why when I was doing my Bears videos, that the first thing I kept on saying, hey, Caleb, first tip on me, is to show people, we don't care.
No.
As long as we winning, I take him get his toes done after every game.
Jail set.
Whatever you need. No chip. Whatever you need.
Justin Fields.
Yeah.
He was there for a couple of years, and I remember Bryce Young came out.
Yeah.
And they passed on Bryce Young and they kept Justin Fields. Now they get an opportunity for the number 1 pick again. I said they're not going to pass him.
Yeah.
They've come to the realization that Justin Fields can be.
Yeah.
For whatever reasons why, it's not all his fault, but they're not passing on Caleb Williams because they believe he's a generational talent.
Absolutely.
You was there with Justin, and you see some of the licks that he took and some of the boos, the criticism that came along. How difficult was that for you to see a brother going through that?
You know what, man? I don't think people really understand how great of a human being Justin Fields is. I've been a Bears fan, for so many years, and Justin was the first Bears quarterback that I had ever met. And, I think that he had potential to be a good quarterback in this league. But I think the way that it was handled, as far as putting help around him and getting the offensive line, I don't think he ever got a chance with no team that he's with, whether it's Chicago, whether it's Pittsburgh, or whether it's the Jets. And I think we'll get it done here, and they'll try to get you out the league, but I think if he ever gets the opportunity to go to an organization really going to support him, I think we might see a different. I think we might see a different. I was hurt to see him. When they traded him to Pittsburgh, I remember I saw him. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to think, all those years he was there, we was losing. Yeah. But it didn't feel like we took a shot of play when he was missing. I mean, big record win up here. It was crazy. So,
he was getting old and they was there.
So the vet, we played for the vet.
Oh, they came. Y'all came back and beat them.
Beat them in the last play of the
last,
game. Yeah. So that was whoever lost. The other person had to do a video pretty much crowning the other one because what a lot of people don't know is that last year, me and Gary on, when we were on tour, we were going back and forth on the West Coast. So he was at work there, and he was at work there. It was West Coast. I wasn't doing that. He came here to work. So we was already happy with this back and forth thing, and then we tried to do it. Left side.
Are you surprised that he recently got married? Are you surprised with the kind of hands that he was seeing on the spectrum?
I don't know.
Who you gonna see? I don't care. You can marry the Bob. You can marry.
Don't really want somebody married.
No, but I'm just saying, no. Why? When did we become so upset? It's someone that we don't have to. We don't have to live with. We don't have to do anything for. When did we become so invested in someone's life?
I am too, you know what I'm saying? And just not even just measuring all this success that he's having, you know, in the comedy game, selling out the shows, he's bouncing to the theaters, he's really doing his thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like this is one of the probably the happiest times of his life right now. You know what I'm saying? He looks happy. So I listen, he deserves everything that's coming to him right now. Gary is somebody that I feel like, hey, he waited his time is here.
Yeah.
And you know, he found somebody that he can do it with. Yeah. Man, let him do his thing. I think a lot of people still kind of salty because, you know, he was married once before to a black woman.
Yeah.
And he got caught cheating.
Yeah.
But it's the cheating thing.
Right.
You know, they don't.
But he said that she was cheating too.
Oh, I ain't hear that part.
Yeah.
Well, they was cheating. What are we talking about? Who cheated on?
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Allegedly. You got a local hometown hero. Grew up in Chicago and D-Roll.
Yeah.
What's it like to have somebody that grew up in your area go out and then come back?
When D-Rose did, we watched him at the McDonald's All-American game,
Yep.
United Center. Simeon, he was doing his thing. And, you know, when he was with the Bulls, bro, that was the closest we've been to getting ready to win us another championship when Derrick Rose was on there when he won the MVP. So, you know.
You realize LeBron was on the Heat too.
Yeah, LeBron, but you remember that series, though, they had to take for LeBron to start guarding Derrick. Yeah. So I'm gonna say that. I know you're LeBron. I know that. You know what I'm saying? And hey, LeBron, you do your thing. But you know, I just I feel like the Bulls should have did a little bit more. Derrick needed one more piece to help him get over that LeBron train.
You have another Chicago Lil Durk. You have a relationship with Lil Durk.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to him recently?
No, I have not. The last time I seen Lil Durk, we were at the Bears game in London.
Really?
Yeah, we were both at the Bears game in London.
What the hell you gonna wear? You gonna wear them to support your team like that?
Yeah, absolutely. No, man, we were both in London for the game. This is after we had went to that match. And the next, I want to say like maybe a week later, I talked to him like that. I think he was having a big concert in Chicago. And he was like, I'm going to lose some tickets. He left the tickets. But I haven't, you know, I haven't heard some of the, you know, ringtones. I'm hoping that, you know, whatever the situation is, you know,
Give me your top five Chicago rappers of all time. And you can do YN in there, so they don't have to be all yeah. So, you know, because it's different now. It's just
top five all time. Let me do my right here. Good day.
It's crazy.
There's a question that's a lot about like now it's saying order these because I'm having
boss. Also, I can talk.
What's good? Hang on, man. This is crazy. This is crazy. How y'all doing? I might give him this time. I might give him this time. I might give him this time. Ah, hold on. That was crazy.
Who's down that gangbang? My brother right there. He was the gangbang. He was gangbang. You know what, bro? It was just, I played ball. You know what I'm saying? We both played football. And
That was crazy.
one high school at first, and I ended up, doing some stuff over there. My mom like, so I ended up transferring.
He put out a pro mod. Ah, it's man, kiss it, bro. I try to cook that pro mod ketchup. I hate people that do that. Yeah, it's fully modified. I don't know. I'm not. No, I think it could be 99. It could be all the way to a 99. I think it's like a 96. Yeah, cause I got drag tires on it. I ain't got slicks on it. And then I took it out of 4-wheel drive and put it in 1-wheel drive.
I really, and I know that
it's pretty goddamn fast though. Don't get me wrong. You can still making some tunes to it.
And I'm not just saying just to say it. I really can get it. Oh, you can't. Go ahead on, bro. You ain't bumping like that. All you want to do is tell Joe, make somebody laugh. Well, my brother been like that.
Yes, I'm getting Forza 6 on 19.
We'll fight together for our little pop back. What the hell you got security for? What you mean?
Are you getting it?
This person, let's go get it. No,
the time 12 o'clock hit, I'm gonna try to have it so it can download. I'm gonna pay for it as soon as they let me pre-order it. That's the only thing I gotta do is download it.
And it's like you just don't want to end up in a situation where
my thing is I'm trying to figure out if I'm gonna keep Forza 5 just to get the Forza 6.
No, man. No.
I think I need to keep both of them. Get both of them and keep both of them.
Her sister coming out in the Glow obligated, and I met Glow. I have on Keep Up With You.
Yeah, it's in May. It come out in May 19th on all platforms, I think. But PC, they already got you can pre-order it on PC already.
Baby, I've been knowing you since you was 6 years old, and I know you too. I ain't got to know you. You can get to a house with no car.
No.
I remember like you were the first people that people call keyboard people. Now you haven't seen it called a pre-season game, a regular season game, or a postseason game. So the first game you gonna see me play is the Super Bowl. But you know what? That's the same way. If I do shows in Chicago, bro, I get so many phone calls from people like, hey, I did the Chicago theater, and that was the biggest show I did. I heard,
I had exactly this about
No, that's for pocket. No, you can
You want the premium edition?
And I'm gonna say the Pico video.
I don't know if I'm gonna pay all that money for the premium edition. I don't think I'm gonna pay all that money for the premium edition. That makes sense. But you gonna get cars that you can't get that ain't normally released, but it kind of take the fun out the game if you already got all the fastest cars on the game and you don't sit there and take the time to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
I saw Mr. Kennedy.
My boy.
He came too.
Yeah. I'm cool.
Yeah, we had him on the show the other night.
Did y'all?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, y'all so good. And you know what? I was like, and I was like, you know what? But he was just such a shit. And you know what? When I bought my favorite, you know, I was letting you know what it is. Hey, if that situation on service and you what it is, hey, play that. When we get you out of it, we'll figure out something. I got people who want to invest in the rest of my phone. I'm open to invest in opening the rest. Playing a couple different characters, but it's
Special.
already done.
In the can.
It's in the can. We're getting ready to send it off. They're getting the sound and stuff done on it right now, and we're gonna send it to Houston. One of them. Yeah. And it's that.
You say you're in your Eddie Murphy bag, but another guy that writes, Q.
Yeah.
You talk to Q for ask Q for any advice?
I met Q once at Mike F's 55th birthday.
Okay.
And we briefly talked. He just said, "Hey, I heard about you. And he's gonna be checking you out. So hopefully that means they're gonna call me for this. Ride along with something. Call me.
Make sure you go check out Mojo Brooks' We The Ones comedy tour coming to a city near you.
Excuse me.
All my life, running all my life, sacrifice, hustle pay the price, one slice, got the roll of dice. All my life, running all my life, sacrifice, hustle pay the price, one slice, got the roll of dice. That's why all my life, running all my life.
Day
Got that
one
car.
care, a newborn skin. New Aveeno Baby Healthy Start.
But it tells you how to handle your money. That's why Ocho gives you insurance with split payments.
2009. I got another. Okay. All of them got the same horsepower. This one just weigh 35 more kilograms. No. Yeah. I don't know what make it way different. This interior. I ain't gonna lie, this car it was either.
2 stars. Heading Hardaway and Shaquille.
Ain't nobody really paying attention to this though. I don't really see nobody running this car like that.
Third year in, they got Shaquille O'Neal. And the next year, they get
That one.
Hardaway. And they both had immediate success.
They really captured the
CTSV.
they were a fairy tale team. We were just waiting for the happy end. And that's
The
where
Corvette E-Ray. Cause does it mean it's electric?
convinced me that Orlando was the best place to secure to launch his professional career. I wasn't worried that Thursday night, he was all fire.
and all ears for that matter, celebrating the occasion.
It's crazy. It's gonna rain, y'all. God, it's the wet season.
Yes, you're my financial system. Huh? Describing what's the plan on finance system? Like my church, Southern Pastoral, and my son's college fund. And what are we doing today?
From your finances, the people, profits, and communities you love. The process that money means most.
Continue looking for a life here. As I look more, the life here with the food other than the tent. Thank you for letting me
400 meters. Turn sharp left.
Not you.
arrive early, but the next Horizon Arcade event will begin shortly.
Basketball movie. First day I get there, there's this 6'9" skinny kid. So I pulled one of my homeboys. I said, "Who's that?" He said, "You know who that is?" I said, "No." He said, "That's Penny Hardaway."